Hello everybody, it's me, Code Talker Looter, signing in for another episode of the beginning JavaScript series. I think we are in episode 8, right? I believe so. So we are here now with a very important part of the series. We're still in chapter 5, by the way. We're still in chapter 5. And here we have creating your own custom object. So we're going to read this little paragraph and then we're going to jump into the next exercise. Okay, so without further ado, let's get into beginning JavaScript. Creating your own custom objects. We have spent a lot of time discussing objects built into JavaScript, but JavaScript's real power comes from the fact that you can create your own objects to represent complex data. For example, imagine that you need to represent an individual person in your code. You could simply use two variables for an individual person's first name and last name, like this. Variable first name John and variable last name equals to Doe. But what if you needed to represent multiple people? Creating two variables for every person would get unwieldy very quickly, and keeping track of every variable for every person would cause headaches for even the best programmers in the world. Instead, you could create an object to represent each individual person. Each of these objects would contain the necessary information that makes one person unique from other, such as a person's first and last name. To create an object in JavaScript, simply use the new operator in conjunction with the object constructor, like this. Variable John Doe equals new object. But like arrays, JavaScript provides a literal syntax to signify an object, a pair of curly braces. So you can rewrite the previous code like this. Var John Doe. Today's JavaScript developers favor this literal syntax instead of calling the object constructor. Once you have an object, you can begin to populate with properties. It is similar to creating a variable, except you do not use the var keyword. Simply use the name of the object, followed by a dot, then the name of the property, and assign it a value. For example, John Doe that first name equals John, John Doe that last name equals Doe. Okay, so with that information, let's jump into the next exercise, okay? In 3, 2, 1. All right, we are here in the code, and let's get into our doc type, our HTML, our head, our title, chapter 5, sample 8. We're going with the body and the script. Okay. So we'll create a function, create person, with the first name and the last name. We open curly braces. Why this return is here? Interesting. So go with the first name. Close first name. We have last name. Colon last name. Do we get a wait a minute. First name. What do we have here? Expected that, but I can only see semicolons. Let me go and see what's happening here, okay? Okay, I think I know what's happening here. I think instead of getting that error, I need to get a return, and in that return, I need to get an opening curly braces now. And now go for first name equal first name. Then we go for last name equal last name. Yeah, I think that's the thing. Okay, get full name colon as a function. Okay, go again, open curly braces. We go for return this first name, this last name, and then we create a comma here in these curly braces, and we create with a greet. Greet is equals to function person alert. So we're creating an alert function. Hello space plus person dot get full name plus put here period space again, another plus this get full name. Get full name. What the fuck is okay. This person shouldn't have a. There you go. Okay. Let's go. All right. Now we are out of this function. We're out of this function. We create a variable called John Doe. John Doe equals create person John and Doe. And the statement with a semicolon, and then we have again var Jane Doe create person Jane Doe. Jane and John, very creative. And then we create a John Doe that greet equals Jane Doe. I mean, not equals, but parentheses Jane Doe. And finish statement. There is a, wait a minute. In this return, there should supposed to be here a period. There we go. And with that, technically it should be good. So we go into the folder, of course. Go into the folder. Beginning JavaScript. Chapter 5. And example 8. And we have here again, as you can see, we're gonna start. Hello, Jane Doe. I am John Doe. And there you go. There you have it. There you have it. That's the code. So let's see. Let's break it down a little bit. Okay. So first, this code creates a function called createPerson that accepts a person's first and last name as parameters. This function creates an object with the person's first and last names using object literal notation. Function createPerson, first name, last name. The first property created is the first name property, and it is assigned the value of the first name parameter. First name, first name. Next is the last name property, which is the same story. Then the method called getFullName is created. Its purpose is to return the first and last name of the person to the caller. GetFullName function return this first name, this last name. This method uses this variable to access the object's first name and last name properties. Note that this variable is the only way to retrieve these properties. The object doesn't have a name. It is an anonymous object that is created and then returned to the caller. The final method of this object is greet. It accepts another person object as a parameter and uses its getFullName in order to greet that person. The next two lines create two objects to represent two individual people, John and Jane. Notice the absence of the new keyword. The createPerson function is not a constructor function. You'll learn how to write constructors function later. It is simply a function that creates and returns an object. Finally, John Doe greets Jane Doe. Awesome. Creating new types of objects, reference types. Let's jump into the next exercise in 3, 2, 1. It's everything, guys. We actually finished chapter 5. Oh my gosh, we didn't have to do anything. In this chapter, you have taken a look at the concept of objects and seen how vital they are to an understanding of JavaScript. Okay, you saw the JavaScript is object-based. Objects have properties and methods. To create a new object, you simply write a new object type. To set an object's property value or get value, you simply write object name. Calling the methods of an object is similar to calling functions. The string type provides lots of handy. We learned a lot in this chapter. Jesus Christ, we learned a lot of this chapter. Okay, so now, chapter 6, you got exercises. Okay? You can write down the exercises. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. We are in chapter number 6, guys. String manipulation. Okay, this is gonna be fun. This is actually gonna be fun. Okay, what is this? Okay. Let me close this. Okay. So what will you learn in this chapter? Using the string objects advanced methods to manipulate strings. Matching substrings follow a specific pattern. Validating useful pieces of information such as telephone numbers, email addresses, and postal codes. This actually sounds very helpful. Very, very helpful. So in chapter 5, you looked at the string object, which is one of the native objects that JavaScript makes available to you. You saw a number of its properties and methods, including the following: length, char add, char code add, all of that. In this chapter, you look at 4 new methods of the string object, namely split, match, replace, and search. The last 3 in particular give you some very powerful text manipulation functionality. However, to make full use of this functionality, you need to learn about a slightly more complex object. The methods split, match, replace, and search can all make use of regular expressions, something JavaScript wraps up in an object called the regex object. Regular expressions enable you to define a pattern of characters, which you can use for text searching or replacement. Okay. And though split, match, replace, and search are at their most powerful with regular expressions, they can also be used with just plain text. To take a look at how they work in this chapter, context first, to become familiar with the methods. Let's just jump into the next freaking exercise, shall we? Alrighty, let's get into the code. So, first of all, doc type. Go for HTML. We go for head. We go for title. And it's chapter 6. Finally, right? Example 1. Awesome. Okay, now we go for body. We go for script. And finally, we got into our scripting. So let's create first like a forward of this or for like a heads up of the code. So this is gonna be create a short example using the split method, in which you reverse the lines written in a text area element. Awesome. Okay. So we go with the script. Variable values equals prompt. Please enter a set of comma separated values. Oh my gosh. Apples, oranges, bananas. Bananas. Function split and reverse text CSV. We open curly braces, var parts equals CSV dot split, and we go for the comment and 1 comma and end the statement. Parts dot reverse parenthesis comma, semicolon, ending the statement. Variable reversed string is equals to parts dot join. Curly braces, parenthesis, quotation mark. And then we go for the alert. We get an alert reversed string ending this statement. That is for the function. We're gonna go for split and reverse text parenthesis values and semicolon, and we're going now for the moment of truth. Apples, oranges, bananas. Okay. Bananas, oranges, apples. Okay. So is that what's supposed to be? Let's see. Well, yeah. Apparently that's what it's supposed to have. That we're supposed to do. Okay. Try other comma separated values to test it further. The key to how this code works is the function split and reverse text. It accepts a string value that should contain 1 or more commas. You start by splitting the value contained within CSV using the split method and putting the resulting array inside the parts variable. Function split and reverse text CSV var part CSV that split. This uses a comma as the separator. You then reverse the array of string parts using the array objects reverse method. Parts reverse. With the array now reversed, it's just a simple matter of creating the new string. You can easily accomplish this with the array objects join method. Okay, remember from chapter 5 that the join method converts an array into a string, separating each element with a specified separator. Finally, you display the new string in an alert box. After you have looked at a regular expression, you will revisit the split method. The replace method. Okay, the replace method searches a string for occurrences of substring, where it finds a match for this substring. It replaces the substring with a third string that you specify. Okay, let's look at an example. Say you have a string with the word May in it, as shown in the following. Var myString. The event will be in May the 31st of June. Now, say you want to replace May with June. You can use the replace method like so. var my client app string. Okay. Okay. Search method. Okay, I think we have enough for another exercise, so let's get into the next exercise. Alrighty. So let's go with the doc type here. HTML, head, title, chapter 6, sample 2. Then we have body and the script. And the script, it's going to be var my string Paul, Paula, Pauline, and then Paul, Paul, and the statement with a var my reg exp. So we got here slash Paul slash int a and the statement. You have my string equals my string that replace my reg experience. Okay, Ringo. Okay, alert my string, and we go to save it. We go to the folder, click Ringo, Paul, Pauline, Paul, and Paul. All right. Okay, you follow me? Now, what's the? Okay. What? Okay. So Ringo appears over there. Yeah, that's cool. So let's see what it does here. What it says. You can see that this has replaced the first occurrence of Paul in your string. But what if you wanted all the occurrences of Paul in the string to be replaced? The two at the far end of the string are still there. So what happened? By default, the reg experience object looks only for the first matching pattern. In this case, the first Paul and then stops. This is a common and important behavior for regex objects. Regular expressions tend to start at the one end of a string and look through the characters until the first complete match is found, then stop. What you want is a global match, which is a search for all possible matches to be made and replaced. To help you out, the regex object has 3 attributes you can define as listed in the following table. Cool! That's cool. That's cool. Okay, guys, I think we have reached the end of this section of the course. So, very cool stuff. We finally made it to chapter 6. I thought the chapter 5 was way too long. I don't know about you guys, but well, thank God it's just over and we are into more like more useful stuff. I don't know if you know what I mean. But I don't know if you know. Yeah, exactly. I don't know if you know what I mean. That now that we're seeing more functionalities of JavaScript itself, which is pretty cool. So thank you very much, guys. If you like this content, please click like and subscribe, and see you guys next time. Okay, bye bye.